Welcome to this channel, traders. It's been a while. So today I want to show you the strategy that I used behind this gold EA. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you the results of the backtest, and then I go on to explain how I coded this EA. It's one of my old EAs, but I've made great improvements. Adding the stop loss, it has a very tight stop loss, trailing stop, dynamic lot, and all that you might want to see in an EA. Okay, so this is the graph of the EA, and then the back test. It's an MT5 EA. I like to check the profit factor first. If it's above 1.5, good for me. And then I like to check that the relative drawdown and the maximal drawdown has to be below 30%. Here we have 16. And then I also like to check the consecutive losses count. Here it's 1. I don't like an EA that has a string of losses because it discourages you. So here we have 1, the string of wins, we have 50. Okay, so this is it for the test. So this is a gold chart. Okay, basically to code an EA or to identify a strategy on gold or any pair is very easy, very easy. What's very difficult is sticking to the strategy. For example, I once showed you, do I still have this? Yes. I once showed you that, let me just select one session, just any session. Let's pick Sydney, okay? Let's pick this Sydney session. I once showed you that if you are trading manually, you can just wait for any session. Right here, we'll use Sydney for the example. What time frame is this? 15 is okay. You can just use this Sydney session to mark the first candle. And if price closes above, you just buy, okay? And then you take your profits or you scalp it. If price comes to close below, you just sell. This you can do every day and make some money. Okay, I'm just giving you a clue of how easy it is to trade. Okay, here price closed below, you probably would have sold, but the moment price comes to close above, you close all your sales, you buy, and then you hold until you have covered your losses and made some profits. You get out. Okay, since we're talking about coding an EA, you can simply code an EA that can do this for you. Okay, this is not what I used for that EA that I showed you. I'm just giving you a clue of what you can do. Say you don't have a strategy. Okay, of course you can check, see there, see there, see there, see there. But for today, I want us to look at the strategy that I used for that EA. So let's remove everything, close this sessions indicator. Okay, this is trading view, and this indicator is Lux Algo sessions. Okay, you can just search it on the indicators, but for today we don't need it. Okay, so now let's look at how I managed to code that strategy for that EA. The easiest way to code a strategy is to convert it into numbers so that the computer can easily understand. Remember, this is not being traded by a human. So what I find to be easy is to convert the strategy into numbers on the 1 minute time frame. Remember, let me just take it there. So the bot must count the number of candles from the current price, okay, which means from here. Let's say my loopback candles is 30 candles. Okay, and 30 candles, let's say 30 candles is here. So from here, the EA must mark a line, okay, from the opening of that candle, 30th candle, like this. The next thing, the bot must measure the distance from that candle to the current price, okay, like this, and then it must then measure this angle, okay, this angle. Remember, we are turning the strategy into a mathematical sentence for the EA to understand. And then I have conditions for this angle, that if this angle is, say, above 80 degrees, okay, if this angle becomes above 80 degrees, it will mean that there is a spike in the market, because normally if price is moving, as you can see right now, price is not opening this candle that much. But should there be a spike like this, a sudden move, then this angle is going to be wide, and then the bot will know that a spike has happened. Okay, so that's how the EA detects the spike. And then once the angle condition has been met, the EA must then wait or measure the distance from here and here, and then divide it into percentage. So from here to here will be equal to 100% if price spiked up to here. And then it must measure the pullback in percentage. So on the settings, I have the setting that if price pulls back by minus 20%, okay, let's say 20% is here. If price pulls back by minus 20%, the EA must then take the trade. And then you add extra things like the take profit, stop loss, trailing stops, all the risk management that we usually add on EAs. Dynamic lot, fixed lot, martingale. Okay, but of course, for you to use martingale on an EA, it should be an EA that has a long string of wins and a few string of losses. Okay, so that you know that if you have a loss, the EA is very much likely to have profit on the next trade, or at least on the next 2 or 3 trades it's going to be in profit. So then you can have the martingale system on such an EA. Okay, so this is just a clue of how I came about with this EA, and it works. I may say it works, and I am happy to know that I coded this from scratch, because usually for an EA that you got from somewhere, you don't know if they cheated in the code, if the EA is a history reader of some sort. But if you did it yourself, you are very confident about the results. Okay, you are very confident about the results. So from here, I'm going to give you an update of how this EA performs based on results of either a demo or a live account. And for those who like coding, I'm sure you got a clue of how to go about this. Okay, I'm sure you got a clue. I have the code here of the EA. Okay, I have the code. Some are interested in the code. For now, let me say join my Telegram channel. I'll leave the link in the video description so that you may get the updates on this EA. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.